Good morning from Camden Town. This is probably the coolest area of London that I have seen to date. I have been here before, a while ago now, and it did not look like this. So it's been completely redone. The stables market, I assume, has been here before. I just haven't seen it. But this is awesome, and this is the place that I really need to spend more time in. I just may not have that much time today, unless I just want to spend the next couple of hours here and just walking around, which I just might do. It's worth it. So for the purposes of this exercise, this general area, and I'm going to go up these stairs now just to have a look from the top, but this is where the horticulturalists, let's call them that, were housed in lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. This is where Winston's den was, so to speak. So I'm not exactly sure which door, which staircase, or which window, and obviously all of this has been completely redone. But somewhere around here, possibly this staircase, possibly this. Oh, these are the toilets now. I think I remember reading something about the toilets in relation to those particular scenes, but if that's the case, then that's the stairwell that I just walked up and down. Yeah, I honestly can't say enough about this place, except for I kind of want to get lost here for a couple of days. I'm going to walk around here a little bit more, and then hopefully that could be this as well. Let's come up here too. But like I said, I'm going to walk around here a little bit more, take some pictures, and then I'm going to try to make my way over to the Whitechapel and Shoreditch area. But I wasn't even going to go here today. Man, I'm glad I did. Okay, I was giving me the side eye, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, just take a look at this. This is absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to walk around here a little bit more too. But I think this terminates here. Wow. Wow. Every corner you turn here, something else to see. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to pick my phone up, take some actual photos. Look at these birds too. First place in London that I've seen these. I'm not sure what they are, but I'll look them up later. They're pretty and loud. Anyways, I will see you shortly from East London. We're finally in East London at the Town Hall Apartments. And I think it's a hotel now, actually, by the looks of things. Look at this, it's absolutely spectacular. So there's not much to it, with the exception that the interior shots from Harry's office, Hatchet Harry, were filmed inside here. I'm not really sure I'll be able to make it in. I'll try. So we can take a look at it if I manage to cross the street safely. I doubt there's anything even remotely resembling anything from the films left as I street walk and try not to get run over. But let's see if it's even open. It is not. Okay. Well, I wonder what's going on. Since there is a menu here, it may only be open at certain points in time, but there's a little bit of history. Oh yeah, we're in Bethnal Green, it's worth mentioning. I can maybe try to walk around here, see if there's anything interesting on the exterior, but it's quite interesting looking. I don't know if it's easy to see. My camera may not go wide enough. Let me cross over to the other side. It is quite spectacular. Oh, and I bet that there is a way to get in here. Just next door from Bethnal Green in Tower Hamlets. This is where a lot of these locations will be clustered, so I could even probably do just a walking tour of the place, but my camera and my mic are going to die, plus I have a work call in about half an hour, so we're going to have to do this piecemeal. So let's start. This quite nondescript area, and this, I'm not sure if it's a shop or anything like that, it's just shuttered for the time being, but this is where Sol and Vinny's pawn shop was in Snatch. This is where the dog ate the diamond. This is where Moody Gold was exchanged for money. And overall, it's a pretty well-known location in the film. If you look around, it's obviously a lot more brighter and colorful these days, but in the grittier, sepia-shaded colors of the early aughts when the film was shot, you can totally imagine how dark and potentially even a little bit sinister this place looked. Still pretty gritty. It's an up-and-coming neighborhood. I keep hearing this combination of words for places like Tower Hamlets, which generally is a euphemism for unsafe, populated by immigrants, etc. I've been walking around here. Obviously, it's the middle of the day, but I don't see anything at all, even remotely resembling unsafe. And being one, I don't really have a problem with immigrants either. So, yeah, this is continuing to be my discovery of London through film tour, and I'm so glad that I did it. Okay, I'm gonna start heading somewhere towards probably Shoreditch, where I will finish off with the last 3 or 4 locations today. Back in a minute. As my luck would have it, by the time I got to my last stop, it has started to rain. But as my father used to say, and to paraphrase Bricktop a little bit, I am sweet enough, but I'm not made of sugar. I'm not gonna melt. So let's walk around this place, and I'm hopefully gonna make it a little bit of a walking tour now because everything is so close by, and hopefully my camera lasts. So, standing in front of the Repton Boxing Club right now, and if you recognize the facade at all, it'll be because this is where there was a boxing club, in fact, where the card game was shot in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So this hasn't changed a lot in the past 140 years. As you can see up there, probably established in 1884. So I'm not sure if it's still functioning, but by the number of cars outside, it certainly looks that way, doesn't it? So it actually says, I'm going to walk over to the facade as it now stops raining. Of course, it's London, why wouldn't it? Bathhouse and Boxing Club. Yep. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'm going to take a look real quick at what the next stop is. It's only 5 minutes away, actually probably less than that. And it's the third to last location. So what I'm looking for right now is, let's look at the address. Cheshire Street, and it doesn't give a number, but that's okay. We can just keep walking. So it's a shoe store that is no longer. It's called Blackman's Shoes, but again, if you look at the facade, this is very reminiscent of it. This is where Hatchet Harry's shop was, the entrance to his place of business. This very much actually looks like this is it. And, well, got some children playing, but, so sorry, it might get a little loud. But if you look at this, yeah, this looks very, very familiar. This is not, however, where it appears on the map, so we'll keep walking. So maybe it's one of the others. And either way, I have to keep walking because the last two locations are a little bit farther down the road. I'll spoil it already. It's where the opening scene of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was filmed. What I'm looking for are the steps from which Bacon drops his suitcase of fake jewelry when chased by the cops. Well, it might take a little bit of searching because I think I have to cross the tube lines, but you know, I'll get there when I get there. So maybe this. So at least the map, if you can see it here, shows it as a little bit farther. So it looks like it's this block. Well, and those are some stairs, which I'm gonna have to investigate in a second. Yeah, it feels a little odd to be doing a throwback to a 20-year-old movie when there are electric cars all over the place and when all of this has been very much gentrified. Okay, that might be it. Well, I'll try and hopefully not forget to put a photo of the place in the video. But yeah, this is where the map leads me. So one of these would be it. But since we're here anyhow, let's maybe keep walking. And then, actually, I think I may have found what I was looking for without Googling it. So let's head down this alley, because I think this is where the last two locations are. And if I'm wrong, then, well, maybe I'm wrong. It actually does look like it should be on the other side of the track, so I'm gonna have to cross. But this looks cool anyways. And this is one of the things too that I like about the east side of London graffiti. Yeah, a lot of it is kind of unsightly, but there's also a lot of pretty creative stuff here. And that looks quite interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here for a second, and then I'm gonna take a look and see where the stairwell is. So let's look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Pedley Street. So for me to get over to Pedley Street is going to be an 8-minute walk, by which point you're going to get bored of watching this. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to head back there, and I'll pick it up from there in a second. But for now, let me walk to the end of this road so you can see the renovated buildings next to the to the old graffitied spots. Now, this actually wouldn't entirely feel out of place in the film either, except for it's maybe a little, colors are maybe a little too happy. Okay, I will be back in a second. Alright, so circumstances made a liar out of me yesterday. As I was walking towards my last couple of stops around Shoreditch, just off of Brick Lane. Well, Shoreditch is that way, Brick Lane is that way. As I was entering the little walk that leads to Pedley Street, and the last bit that I was going to show you, which is these stairs, which is where Bacon was running down and spilling his stolen wares while running away from the police. As I was heading this way, I saw a couple of guys that were either under the influence of something or just really not right in the head, and they started making violent gestures towards me, One of them pointed a cane. He really didn't appreciate the selfie stick that I was carrying, and so I figured that content wasn't really worth getting beaten up over. So I ended up leaving, but came back today. Everything seems to be more or less normal for now. And like I mentioned yesterday, this is a slightly grittier side of things, so it's not perhaps totally surprising that there are certain elements here of life that are less than savory. Well, that's life in the big city for you. But yeah, it is what it is. Nobody's around here today. Oh, and actually I don't have the exact shots, and obviously this is hard to do 20 years down the road, but these may be the same stairs. The guide that I was following said that they were on the other side of the tracks, and as I recall, I think he did turn a corner, so I'm essentially going to walk that, like his path right now, so it wouldn't have been the stairs that I just came up. So it's probably going to be this, and if I had somebody else to hold my camera, I could try to recreate him, Jason Statham as it were, sliding around that particular corner, but you're going to have to make do with a really slow version of it. So yeah, this is it, and just down that way, straight ahead, is where the second bit of the police chase was filmed. I'm not really sure why they decided to film the police chase in two different spots, so here and in Southwark, but I don't know. It is what it is, but it gave me two different places to go. So as you can see, this is quite colorful. Very unique location in between two different train lines. I think that's the overground just up above me, and I am going to leave you basically on this shot. That's it. That's the Bacon Staircase. So thank you everybody for watching, assuming you've made it all the way through. Really enjoyed doing this. I was really looking forward to doing this when I was coming to London, and don't regret a single minute of it, because it gave me, even yesterday's slight scare notwithstanding, because it gave me the opportunity to see the London that I really never would have otherwise. I generally tend to like to go to places that, you know, are off the touristy beaten path. Anywhere I go, and London, like I think I mentioned as well, is a place that I've lived for about a year, and I've visited many times, but without having really occasion to come here to Shoreditch, not like to the touristy parts of Shoreditch where there's metal containers full of street food, but like the residential Shoreditch. Would have never seen it. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see where life takes me next.